Oh my gosh, y'all. I can't believe this. Oh my gosh. Good morning there, Big Top. Good morning, Top. Good morning, Curtis. Oh, Curtis is up there. He king of the mountain this morning, ain't he, buddy? Yeah, he is. King of the mountain. Bet you glad you had your winter coat on. It has been cold these last few days, hasn't it, baby? Super cold. I mean, cold, cold. So much so that, well, number one, I'm grateful we got some warmer weather coming. Actually, today it's going to be like 50, 55, and it's not going to get below freezing tonight. Hey, honey. Hey, girl. So I want to uncover the garden, but I'm a little worried about it. Not because, number one, we got close to single digits, but single digit wind chill, but it's been covered up for about 7 days. I don't know how long a garden can last covered up in frost cloth. No, I don't know. I don't have a clue. We're going to find out today. I'm so hoping and praying that the calendula are okay. Because you know we need the calendula for our soaps and our salves and our lotions. Yep. So, fingers crossed that we're okay. That's what I'm hoping for. It is. Reckon you can come over there and help me pull that frost cloth off? You think you can? I bet you could. I bet you could. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. All right, let's finish up the chores around here. And then we're going to hold our breath. Hold our breath. Cross our fingers that the garden is fine. Big Top's up there now. Yeah, look at there. What are you doing? Well, he was up there. Big Top's gone, but there's Big Tip. We all playing King of the Mountain this morning. When are you and Honey gonna get on top of the bell? That's what I want to know. Huh? When? When? All right, girls. I got things we got to do, or I just sit here and love on y'all for at least another 2 hours. Yep, I would. Absolutely. All right. Y'all be thinking about me in the garden. Hey, sister. I just wanted to come over here and tell you that you look gorgeous this morning. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you do. I must say, I truly am a little worried about the garden. First thing this morning, my main man Greg Key over there at Hall's Tools sent me a text and wanted to know how my calendula was doing because his didn't make it through this last big cold front, y'all. And he's in South Georgia. I'm a little more north than he is, and y'all, it got cold. It got cold. It snowed. Oh, y'all, we got some snow. Oh, goodness. Not sticking, though. It's not sticking. I don't know why it's 20 degrees, but it's snowing good, too. The wind was blowing on, it was about a steady 20-mile-an-hour wind all day long. North wind on top of that. The chickens didn't lay many eggs that day. 4.
I wouldn't have laid one either.
4 eggs. Oh my goodness. I mean, cold. Cold. We did get some snow though. I can't believe how hard it was snowing. And I'm not a weatherman, so I don't know how all of this works. But it was about 20 degrees. It never got past 24 that day. 20 degrees. And the snow didn't stick. And I can't figure out why the snow didn't stick. I don't know. All I can figure was like the day before, I think it was around 50. So it was a big drop. So the ground was still had some residual heat there, and the snow was just melting as soon as it hits, even though it didn't get above 24 degrees. I think we had a wind chill around 6 or 7 degrees for 2 days straight there. Didn't get above freezing for 2 days straight there. So I'm a little worried about the calendula, especially if the owner of Hall's Tools, who is probably one of the biggest garden gurus I know, especially here in the South. If his calendula didn't make it, definitely got me worried about our calendula. I was talking to Laura over there at Simply Making It, who does all of our goat milk products for us. And she started some calendula this year, and they've been doing okay. And she's been asking me questions back and forth. And she told me this morning that her calendula did not make it either. So that's 2 people I know, and Laura is a gardener, that are 0 for 2 on their calendula crop. Or calendula. However you say it. Oh, me. Man, it was cold though. Whew. It was cold. I didn't record those 2 days because the wind was blowing so hard. And one thing that, if I'm trying to watch a video and it's got so much wind noise in it, it's almost hard to watch. You know, I can see a clip here and there, I get that, but an entire video, it is just, I don't know, I can't watch it. And some of y'all, it doesn't bother y'all, but it does bother me. So I hate recording when it's super windy outside, even though we have these mics with the wind filter on it. That's that little fuzzy thing right there. And when I go edit the video, I can also edit out the wind to some degree. But when it's like that, it's impossible. Impossible. I hope my calendula is not impossible. I hope it's still going. If not, like I told Laura over there at Simply Making It, I think I'm going to start just a tray, one more tray of the calendula flowers, and that way I have a backup crop. They don't like super hot weather. That's why we always plant them in the fall and grow them through the fall and winter. I did plant mine a little late this year, so yeah. So they would do okay until they got super hot, and then they wouldn't do fairly well. But got options. But let's go check on a few things and see how the garden's doing. And I will let y'all know that all the animals are absolutely fine. Fine, no issues at all with the colder temperatures here. Everybody did well. Y'all look at these 2. Peaches and Pocket. P and P. I want to know if Peaches gonna get any inside information from Pocket about that old Super Bowl that's coming up. I doubt it. Peaches knows everything, so I doubt she's gonna ask for any advice. I haven't let Nugget out this morning because they're working over here across the street, and then our neighbor that has the farm across the street, he too is working. They got skid steers and excavators, so there's a lot of people over there, and I just don't want Nugget to be tempted. And so anyways, I think I'm gonna leave him locked up today just for his sake. I know he probably is not gonna understand that, but we do. We don't want nothing happening to Nugget. I mean, just this week, Brooke had a doctor's appointment in Birmingham, and on her way back, there was a emu running in the median between major interstate in Alabama, I-65. Wide open, cars everywhere. Brooke stopped. She sent me a video of him running and said, I need to do something. And I said, Brooke, speed limit on that road 75 miles an hour. And it is probably the busiest highway in Alabama by far. If y'all know Alabama, y'all know 65, especially from Calera all the way to Birmingham, Alabama, is crazy. And I told her, I said, Brooke, there's nothing you can do. That emu is in the middle. So she ended up calling the authorities, and she also reported it to a big, like a semi-celebrity here in Alabama named James Spann. He's the biggest weatherman here, but everybody in the state knows James Spann. He always posts alerts and anything important on his social media pages. And Brooke sent him the information and video, and he posted it as well. And the owners came out trying to catch the emu. And long story short, all we know is that it didn't end well, which hurts my heart big time. And I know it really, really upset Brooke, y'all, because you're powerless in that situation. There's absolutely nothing you can do. There's hundreds of cars flying by in 6 lanes of traffic going, you know, speed limit 75, so everybody's going to do 85. Yeah, there's just nothing you could do. So that's in the back of my mind with all these people working over here today, that I just gonna think I'll let Nugget hang out in this pasture today with the geese. Y'all, I'm over here and I noticed my cover crop, which is cold weather plants. And well, let's just zoom in, let you look what I'm talking about. The ryegrass is still living, but the greens do not look good at all. That's the radishes, gosh, the mustard greens, they did not handle that freeze the other day at all. I hope that's not any indication what it's going to look like when I pull that frost cough off.
So while Jason's over uncovering his calendula to see if it made it or if it didn't, I'm over here getting the last of the ice out of the troughs. And you can see the big chunks of ice behind me. And I got a little help. They think it's summertime and it's time to play in the water. At least I got help.
All right, Holly, here goes nothing, right? Here goes nothing. Already off the bat. Remember me showing y'all that garden over there with the cover crop? Y'all come look at this one. Number one, I'm glad that it stayed covered. That wind was rough, but it did stay covered. Thank goodness. But y'all look at this side. This was, again, a winter, fall cover crop. Lots of greens, radishes. The ryegrass handled it, but the vegetable side of things did not handle it at all. Man, y'all, I can smell cedar or pine over here. That's because I told you they got some construction crew. Well, let's wait till this car goes by. If you look way down there, they are working on trees, cleaning up the limbs and stuff. This is why I don't want Nugget out. And man, I can smell it all the way over here. Let me show you how far that is. That's pretty crazy. I can smell that cedar or pine all the way down here. But this is not giving me any hope. I got my expectations extremely low right now, I can tell you. Big time. The good thing is I gotta work backwards than when I did when I put it on, because you kind of do it like shingles on a roof. My wind comes from the west or the north, so I kind of overlapped it. So I started that way and worked my way down, so the wind is going over the next layer instead of hitting it and trying to blow it over. That's one reason that my cough didn't come off, besides me having 50 blocks on it. So I'll know the moment of truth pretty quick here with our calendula. Well, that's fairly promising right there. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Okay, let's get this off before I start dancing. Now it don't, hang on, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We don't want to celebrate prematurely. No, we don't. Holy cow. Okay, number one, this row is alive. It doesn't look beautiful, but it's been covered for 7 days and it's gone through pretty hardcore winter weather here in Alabama. But it's alive. It's green, it's not brown, it's not black, it's alive. So much so, look at this. Y'all, we still we still got blooms. All right, let's go check the other row. It's the same thing, y'all. It is the same thing. Oh my gracious. This row may even look even better. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. You can probably see it from here. Again, it's not gorgeous, but it's been through it the last week right here. I'm just, I can't believe it. Y'all, this is crazy. And here's the thing. Let's check the greens though before I say something that all right. Look at the greens. Look at this. They're a little flat, but they look awesome. Okay. So I know y'all have heard me preach and preach and preach about this frost cloth. Oh, I can't believe this. Look at this. We're gonna have turnip greens tonight. Wait till y'all see this. This is crazy. So I've preached and preached and preached about this frost cloth, how well it works. And this is another success story with it. Oh my gracious. And here's the thing, I don't even use it like they say you're supposed to. You're supposed to keep it off the plants. It's not supposed to sit on top of the plants. It's supposed to build like these little hoops or something. Never done that. And look, y'all look at the greens. Now these are purple top, well this ain't purple top, this is purple collard greens. And they're supposed to be that color. Look how beautiful, look. Collard green, now this is a regular collard green, look at it. There's no damage whatsoever, all the way down. This was my broccoli, we already harvested all it. Look at the greens, well that's the kale. Now the kale, if anything, the kale right here, but it's still alive. We just cut this out, but the kale took the worst of it. We've been harvesting off that one and this one, but you can see the kale took the worst of it when it comes to the greens. But the collard greens, y'all, I mean, they look magnificent. They look as if nothing's happened. Again, been covered for 7 days. And then extremely cold weather here for Alabama. Look at this. That frost cloth, I'm telling you, it blows my mind how well it works, because it's nothing. Literally, it's nothing. It's like just a little thin. Let me show you. I'm excited, as you can tell. Oh, I'm so excited. Let me show y'all this, honestly. Look at this. It's as thin as a piece of paper. See that? It's not thick, and it's as light as a piece of paper, and it's just kind of woven. You can see it tears easily. It's not, I mean, it's not like it's super strong, but you can see how it's woven right there. Again, this stuff looks just like if you had a piece of furniture and you flipped it upside down. I've seen it in bar stools, but I think bottoms of couches may even have it, or bottoms of chairs nowadays. It's like that they put on there to cover so you can't see the underneath of the chair or bar stool. That's what this stuff looks like. I mean, this is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Wait till you see me, or wait till I let Greg know over there at Hoff's Tools how well mine did. Mine's alive. Mine's alive. Collard green's alive. Calendula's alive. Which means we will have our salves, our soaps, lotions, all that good stuff. We're gonna have it again this year. I mean, if it's blooming under this, I can only imagine what it's gonna be like when the temperatures start to get a little bit warmer. It's gonna be on like Donkey Kong. I'm still floored, absolutely floored. All right, y'all, Brooke's on her way over here. She cleaned out a stall and is gonna dump some manure over here for the gardens, and she has no idea about this, and I can't wait to tell her. I might till this up today. I don't know, we'll see, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
It'll rain tonight.
Tonight, okay. I want to come show you something over here though, come on. Can you see it already?
Wowzers.
Huh?
Good gracious, Jason.
Can you believe it made it?
That's amazing.
We covered this up.
It looks really good,
We covered it up 7 days ago. It's been under the frost cloth for 7 days. I thought that the frost cloth keeping it covered would have killed it off.
It looks really good.
It looks great.
Good deal.
Y'all, oh my gracious, this might be the biggest zoomies ever. Shake and bake. Jesse and Honey, and Loretta. Go, Loretta. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Oh my goodness. Get it, girl. So we're not going to work back here today. So we got to run to town and get the materials to finish this side over here, the next project or the next planting beds. And there's a good chance for rain this afternoon. So there's no way that I could get started on this and even attempt to finish it before the rain comes in. So there's some stuff that I want to do in the big garden area. If we got time this afternoon, maybe go get the materials for this and finish that up maybe tomorrow or the next day. How you doing, Miss Tucker? You doing okay? You doing okay? Hey, you wanna come help me? No? Okay. You can hang over here with your fellas. Yeah, your buddies. Your big buddies over here. You got some big ones. You sure do. You got some big buddies over here. You sure do got some big ones. Y'all take care of old Tuck, don't you? Y'all protect old Tucker, don't you? Y'all not gonna let no stray cat get a hold of her, are you? Or anything for that matter, let alone cat, dog. Yeah, Tucker got her own Secret Service too, just like Mama does, doesn't she? Yeah. All right, you ready? And I know that some people think we're crazy for having all these animals on our farm and quote unquote that they really technically don't do anything, you know, because they're not being farmed, but they do. And I've said it many times before, our animals do contribute to our farm, not only by the smiles and the joy and the love that they give people, but also from all of the great manure that we use to build our soil and keep our gardens going, where our gardens do actually produce for our farm, not only for our family, also for the community as well. So while Brooke is doing that, I'm going to get these blocks off, because my plan is to take this tarp and put this tarp over there. And then we're going to till this garden too. But I'm not going to tarp this garden. This is going to be our next area to start dumping all of our compost and our animal manure right here. Do y'all realize that Brooke did not help out in the garden at all last year? The tilling, the driving the tractor, all of those things that she loves to do. She didn't do it. She just wasn't well. I think Brooke is starting to feel better around here. Now granted, we do have our ups and downs. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was this time last year, I can tell you that. Amen.
You see the end? Where'd you get the end from?
You found it?
I mean, this front side or the back side?
Just like you got it. That's what I think. All right, I got the end.
Good dirt, isn't it?
Oh yeah, looks great.
Just tuck it under.
Yeah, because I want it to be halfway straight looking. That'll work right there. And then we'll start loading these blocks up and get them put out. That's why I don't like sandbags. All right, so we're getting this bed ready right here. And I don't think I planted any summer garden stuff in this spot last year. Just some sun hemp, some cover crops, and that African blue basil. I'm trying to think, oh, we grew corn. That's what it was, we grew corn here last year, that's right. That's what I grew here, corn on this side, and I try to grow watermelons on this side if my memory serves me correct. I will say this spot right here hasn't had near the compost and the manure that this spot over here behind me where the calendula is located, and that area over there that we just tarped. And so this spot here, what I'm gonna do for it, I'm not gonna tarp it today. We're going to start putting, this is gonna be our new spot to start dumping all the manure and the compost in right here. Now, we haven't neglected this spot because we've been planting cover crop after cover crop after cover crop right here. Sunflowers, sun hemp, the greens, the ryegrass, the tillage radishes. We've done that every year in this area. Just hadn't put the compost and manure there like we have in other spots. So you'll see, you can even see the color of the soil now, even though we haven't been dumping the compost there like we had in the past. That soil is still going to be way better than it was when we first got here. Cover crops are absolutely amazing. If you don't have animals like we have, if you don't have access to a bunch of compost, cover cropping is awesome. And it doesn't have to be elaborate at all. Ryegrass in the winter, radishes in the winter. I mean, those two things are easy to get and just phenomenal cover crops. In the summertime, it's all kind of things that you can grow in the summertime that make great cover crops. Even cosmos or sunflowers, they'll make a good cover crop. I know not everybody has the ability to grow sun hemp like we do and chop it down, but you can still grow it, let it get young. But there's all types of grasses like sorghum grass. Hoss has a variety of warm season cover crops that you can get. So cover crop, don't underestimate the power of cover cropping. Just, that's my experience and my opinion. Because there's one thing that Mother Nature absolutely does not like, and that is bare ground. And that's where cover crops do such an amazing job. That's why tarping does a great job. I will say this while Brooke's doing that, I get asked this all the time when I start talking about tarps. Our tarps are called silage tarps. I got mine from Hall's Tools. You can use just a regular old tarp. It doesn't have to be black. They will work. They're just not UV treated. And Hall's will cut them to size too. So that's why I like the silage tarps versus the others. Now, in the past, I have used the others. And used to, pre-COVID, you could buy black plastic and tarps cheap. But honestly now, a silage tarp, which is UV treated and won't break down near as fast. The last time I bought them were not much different in price than buying just regular old black tarp that you get, or black plastic you get from Lowe's. It wasn't that much difference. So if you're on the fence there, I'd spend the extra money to get a silage tarp because it will last for years and years and years because it's UV treated. The sun's not gonna break it down like it does regular plastic. You may get one, well, you'll get, for us, I could get 2 or 3 years out of a regular black plastic tarp, and that's it. It's gonna start crumbling and falling apart. Again, y'all can see how gorgeous the soil looks here. It's beautiful. So I really wanted to till and tarp that area over there, but we're about to get wet, so I'm not gonna be able to do that today. So we have to wait till after the rain's over with, and then we'll till and tarp that spot over there, and that's gonna be the summer garden, spring summer garden this year. there's the rain. I hope you enjoyed this video. We appreciate y'all's help. Appreciate you hanging out with us today. Hope you have the best day ever. Catch you on the next one. And as always, y'all be good.